Well, the incursion by drones into Polish airspace has left NATO and the EU scrambling for a response. On Friday, France summoned the Russian ambassador here in Paris to the Foreign Ministry for explanations, although Moscow denied targeting Poland and said it was ready to hold consultations on the issue with the Polish Defence Ministry. However, the French president is sufficiently concerned to have authorised 3 Rafale combat jets to be sent to be based in Poland to further strengthen NATO's eastern flank. On Thursday, the NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte held conversations with EU ambassadors. Both NATO and the EU are worried that they would not be able to regularly deploy multi-million-dollar combat aircraft to intercept waves of what would be cheap drones. Now, the Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk invoked Article 4 of the NATO treaty after the incident. That article allows for consultations to be held within the alliance and serves as a political precursor to Article 5. Now, that's the famous article which states that an attack on one NATO member state is seen as an attack on all. The EU and NATO want to step up pressure on Moscow, which on Friday began 3 days of military manoeuvres inside Belarus. The armed forces exercises are seen with particular concern in Poland, Latvia and Lithuania, all 3 NATO members, and all 3 of them border Belarus. The violation of Polish airspace comes as ceasefire attempts between Russia and Ukraine stall and the prospect of a President Putin, President Zelensky meeting begins to look ever more distant. Also on Friday, the Kremlin announced that peace negotiations with Kiev would be paused for now. Ross Cullen for AnewZ in Paris.